Why your credit card balance barely moves. The minimum payment trap. You make your credit card payment every single month, on time, no missed payments. So why does your balance barely move? Because minimum payments aren't designed to get you out of debt. They're designed to keep you in it, just comfortably enough that you don't panic. Today, we're going to show you exactly what's happening inside that monthly statement and why, for a lot of people, a $2,000 balance quietly stretches into a decade-long burden. Meet Marcus, 34 years old, stable job, responsible guy. He carries a $2,000 balance on his credit card at 22% APR, pretty typical for a general-purpose card in the US right now. Marcus looks at his statement and sees a minimum payment of about $40. That feels manageable. He's busy. He pays the $40, moves on with his month. Month 1, Marcus pays $40. Of that $40, about $36 goes straight to interest. Only $4 goes towards the actual balance. His new balance? $1,996. He paid $40 and moved the needle $4. Now multiply that by months, by years. If Marcus only ever pays the minimum, which adjusts down slightly as the balance drops, he won't pay off that $2,000 for somewhere between 15 and 20 years. And he'll pay roughly $2,000 to $3,000 in interest alone on top of what he borrowed. He'll have paid for that balance twice, sometimes more. Let's slow down and look at the actual mechanics. This is where most people's eyes glaze over, but this part is the whole game. When you carry a balance on a credit card at, say, 22% APR, that interest is calculated daily. Your balance is multiplied by roughly 0.06% every single day. That interest accrues whether you pay on time or not. Here's what that looks like visually. Imagine a chart of your $2,000 balance over time. The blue area represents the principal you're actually paying down. The red area is the interest, money you're paying just for the privilege of carrying a balance. In the early months, the red absolutely dominates. You're essentially treading water. This is called an amortization curve. Though credit cards work a little differently than loans because your minimum payment changes as your balance drops. What that actually means, as your balance slowly falls, your minimum payment also falls, which means even less goes to principal. The payoff slows down. The math actually gets worse the more cooperative you try to be. Here's a number that changes how people think about this. If Marcus, instead of paying the minimum, paid a fixed $100 a month, he'd pay off that $2,000 balance in about 24 months and pay maybe $400 in total interest. Compare that to 15 or more years and $2,000 or more in interest on the minimum plan. The difference isn't discipline, it's just $60 more a month and an understanding of what's actually happening.
So if this video is helping you see what's actually happening inside your credit card statements, can you do me a quick favor? Hit that like button. It really helps more people who are stuck in the same situation find this. If you know someone carrying a balance, share this with them. Drop a comment below and let me know what's one thing that surprised you so far. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos where we show you exactly how to get out of this trap faster.
So if the math is this clear, why do so many people stay stuck? 3 reasons, and they're not about being bad with money. Reason 1, the minimum feels like handling it. Paying the minimum means no late fee, no ding on your credit score, no angry phone call. It genuinely feels like responsible behavior, and that's intentional. The system rewards you for behavior that actually costs you more in the long run. Reason 2, the balance doesn't feel real. Credit card debt lives on a screen. You don't experience it as physically as, say, handing someone $2,000 in cash. Behavioral economists call this payment decoupling. When the purchase and the pain of pain are separated, we systematically underweight the cost. Reason 3, competing financial priorities. The $60 difference between minimum and a meaningful fixed payment is real money. If someone has a car payment, rent, groceries, and an unexpected bill, $60 is genuinely hard to redirect. The trap isn't always psychological. Sometimes it's structural. But here's where it gets hopeful. Even small consistent increases above the minimum accelerate payoff dramatically. 2 frameworks worth knowing. 1. The Avalanche method. Pay minimums on everything, then throw every extra dollar at the highest interest card first. Mathematically optimal, saves the most in interest. 2. The Snowball method. Pay minimums on everything, then attack the smallest balance first, regardless of rate. Psychologically optimal, delivers wins faster and keeps momentum. Neither is wrong. The best one is the one you'll actually stick with. One more tool, a payoff date calculator. If you plug in your balance, your APR, and what you can realistically pay monthly, you'll see your actual payoff date in seconds. Seeing that number even once tends to change behavior more than any general advice. We've got a free credit card payoff tracker linked below. It'll do all of this math for you automatically. Let's bring it home. The minimum payment is not your friend. It's the floor, the absolute least you can pay without a penalty. It is not a payoff strategy. 3 things to take away from this. 1. Calculate your actual payoff date right now. Use the tracker below or any free calculator online. Knowledge alone changes behavior. 2. Even $25 to $50 above the minimum per month meaningfully shortens your timeline. You don't need a windfall, you need consistency. 3. Pick a method, Avalanche or Snowball, and automate it. Auto payments above the minimum remove the monthly decision and the willpower drain. If this video helped you see something in your statement differently, even one thing, share it with someone who carries a balance. Because the trap works partly because no one talks about the math out loud. The free payoff tracker is in the description. It'll take you about 10 minutes to fill in. That 10 minutes could literally save you years. This video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Individual circumstances vary. Consult the financial professional for personalized guidance.